Start recording. Okay. Looks like we're good to go on that. Today we're going to do gsite. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Seeing it now.
Okay. Now I want to cover the format before we get started. I'm going to try and do different softwares each week. In 2 weeks, I couldn't do it next week. In 2 weeks, we're going to be doing Backlink Factory and POI. How many of you do local? Let me know.
I do local.
You do local?
Yeah.
You're not going to want to miss.
Yes.
It's going to be Randy that's going to be doing it. And just to give you a little background, if you don't know about Randy's videos or the story behind it, Randy's son has 4 dentist offices. They used an SEO company for 18 months that never got anybody past number 9 in their GMBs. So working with Randy with the softwares and giving him a little guidance, we were able to, we only did one office at first, the newest office, and they went from basically break even to almost tripling the volume of new patients within 30 days. So Randy took over the other 3 offices, and today every one of those is at least number 1 for 42 keywords or more. And it takes you 3 months to get into one of the offices for a consultation. That's after I think they've hired 7 or 8 new dentists across the board just to keep up with the patient load, and they can't keep up. That's how much growth. They've had at least $1 million growth in under 6 months. If that doesn't have your attention, I don't know what will. But today, let's focus on what we're going to do today. Now, how many people have gsite factory?
I've got it.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anybody that doesn't have it here?
Yeah, it's the first time I'm hearing about it.
Okay. This is probably about it. This is the most advanced gsite builder on the market. There's nobody even close to what it can do. Now, it does use, you have the option of AI, using AI. So your open AI key would go here. You would save it. And normally when I first open the software, like several others that use accounts, it'll ask about the tokens, and you always say yes, because it checks to make sure your APIs are all valid. If it has a blue check mark, your APIs are all valid, right? Does everybody know how to add accounts? Is there anybody that doesn't know how to add accounts?
Yeah, I won't say it again, but this is all new to me.
Okay.
Yeah, you better explain, Gary, about the 2 different API keys.
Yeah, we'll back up and cover that.
Yeah. Okay.
To add accounts in here, you put in your account, the account name before the @ if it's a Gmail, and it has to be a Gmail. Okay, and your password. Okay, then you click add, and it's going to add it down here. But there's another step what's going to take place. Once you add it in here, it's going to have a pop-up browser, and it'll log you in, and it'll do a verification on your phone to say, yes, it's me logging in. And then you have to authorize the software, this particular software, to use that account. You're giving permission to Google for this software to access your account. Now, I have a video of the process, so I can put that in the chat for you. So let me go grab that real quick, just so everybody has it. I'm gonna put 2 videos in here in your chat. Oh, come on, load up. Okay. Bear with me for a second. Okay, here's our accounts. Go into our chat for a second. And the hardest thing that you can ever do is setting up your AI balances and rebuys. So this video is real important to you because it's not just this software that uses these 2 things. There are several softwares that use the accounts and it uses AI, and there'll be more in the future. Steve, can you not hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can't hear me. Is everybody else hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Well, I hope Steve can hear me, but we can use the chat if he can't. So I'm gonna close my chat for right now. Let's go back to the software. We are recording it, so that'll be okay. Now, when I start the software, for those of you that don't know the AI is optional, and I'm going to walk you through what you would do if you didn't have AI Factory, okay? So when you go into the software and you get ready to use it, the first thing that I do is go to GPN Tools, okay? Oops. And bear with me, guys. Let's click out of that. Okay. When you get to AI Tools, it's a very simple process and it's very quick. So we're going to name everything that we do in here, calendar, document, form, add doc. We're going to name it the same thing. Now, I did want to talk about this for a second. When we make a calendar with this particular software, what do we have? Anybody have an idea? Come on, guys.
A calendar where you got events and you got links.
You have a blank calendar with a name on it, right? That's what you're going to end up making. A blank. You're making a calendar with a name on it, but it'll have no events. But it's going to be in your drive, so you can make all your events over there. But guess what? It's all manual, right? Correct?
Right.
So what would happen? Let's say I'm doing this for a customer. I want everybody to pay real close attention to this. Let's say I'm doing this for a client, or I'm doing it for myself for a project. Doesn't really affiliate product or Amazon product or whatever it is, right? If I had the calendar stacker, I could make this up knowing the exact keyword I'm going to use. And it will already be on my drive, and the software will be able to find it. So I could actually leave this blank for the calendar and not use it because I've already got one I made up, right? Does that make sense? Everybody understand what I'm talking about there?
No. Can you repeat that again, please? I'm sorry.
Yes. The calendar that this software is going to make isn't going to have any information, no links, no attachments, no nothing.
Right.
So if I use Calendar Stacker, get that out of the way. If I went over to my calendar stacker and I created a campaign based on the keyword I'm going to use, it's going to put it on my drive, already made up.
Right, but it's gonna because I have the calendar stacker as well, the software
Okay.
as well. So, but it's gonna create just another one. It's not gonna use the one that is blank. Is that correct?
You get to choose. You'll get to choose what you want to use. We haven't gone into that yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm advising you to make your calendar up before using gsite. Now, is there anybody else doing that besides me? No, because nobody ever thought of it. And you'll get to see this in a minute. So we're going to run a real quick campaign in Google Tools. So we're going to make up our calendar, our document, our form, and the ad doc. Okay, and we're going to name everyone exactly the same. So let me think. Let's go. We'll go roof repair. Now, if I check this, it's going to make this. Now, I didn't add a local to it for the purpose of a demo, but it's going to ask me for a location. And roofing is local, right?
Right.
There are no national roofers per se. So I've got everything filled out. See this? I've got a location. All of this is filled out. I can save this if I wanted. I'm not going to, but you should. Okay? So we're going to create. And you look down here, you'll see on the bottom, you see the bar for going. It's creating. Boom, 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 boom. Very quick. See that? The form is the last thing to fill in. It's done. Okay. So it has everything, including folders and drives. Okay. We could actually copy this and look at the calendar if you want. It won't have anything in it, but it's there. Now, I put it in the wrong account, but it's okay. I should have done it there. But it's okay. So at this point, I can go over to Google Sites at the top. See this? And we're going to make sure that we go into the right account every time. Whatever account you want to use. The number one thing you want to do is put your title first.
Does it have to be exactly the same as the one you did before?
No, not the site name.
Okay, okay.
The reason we put everything exactly the same is when we get ready to go, and I'm going to show you this, we'll put in you remember what we named? Everything on the, went over to tools, roof repair, right?
Yeah.
Remember that? So if I click find, we'll see in a few minutes when I get to that part how much it found based on that keyword. I guarantee it's found quite a bit, but there's a lot of stuff on my drive, so it will take longer on my system than it's going to take on yours. Very few people have the amount of stuff on their drive that I do. I have vast amounts.
And is that a free Google account or do you top it up?
I had to pay extra for space.
All right.
Okay. While this is running, are there any questions?
Well, probably you're gonna go there later, but you know, on the menu that's on the left, I got the GPM builder grayed out, probably because I don't have
Because
information
that version is a version that's in testing by me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I'll take the time to show you today what it is.
Okay.
It's something coming in the future. It actually works, but I will take the time to show it to you guys. You guys gave up your time to be on here, and I appreciate that.
Gary, I have a quick question about the software.
Yes.
I'm looking at it on the sales page for the first time, and I see that it says that it has AI powered AI powered Google Sites, but you also mentioned the fact that you can integrate or use AI Factory. So again, my first week
It's
of
the
owning.
same thing.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
but if you don't have AI Factory, you can use any AI software, and you're going to be you'll cut and paste.
Right. And I think I have AI Factory if I'm not mistaken. So does it plug into this automatically, or how does that
through the API?
Got it. Okay.
Remember the AI settings we did at first?
Mm-hmm.
Very first thing we did is show you where to put your OpenAI API.
Got it. Okay.
I also put a video in your chat so you can review somebody going through the steps.
Got it. Okay. And
Okay.
that'll integrate not just OpenAI, but it'll also integrate the AI Factory software.
Well, that's how you activate the AI Factory software.
Gotcha.
But I think,
let me pull it up a second.
if you allow me to jump in really quick, I think you see that lock on the bottom left corner next to you click there, and then that's where I see it in my right now. I just checked in my software right now. That lock on the bottom left, lock icon, you click there, and that's where, yeah, that one, yeah, exactly, that one. I click that one, and that's the one that shows me the AI Factory.
Now, what this is right here, that's when you put your license in, your actual license, you have to unlock it there. You're adding your
first time?
Yeah, for the first time only. That's the only time it comes into play.
Yeah, that's for Chris's AI though, isn't it? The factory AI. The one in the left-hand corner. Yeah, that's
the
why
same thing. That's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
There's no difference between Chris's, other than Chris only had a window of time in which that it was solely given to Chris as far as what was paid on it. It was a way to reward Chris. So I notice this is still going, so we're going to stop and do something else. Now, a couple things I like to do. Remember our actual title, right? I do not like home as a keyword. Okay? Home is not a keyword, guys. Then you save it. Let's get rid of some of those junk pages. You can use these if you like. I don't use them. And
they're not required by Google anymore?
No, people think they are. People use them. I just don't use them.
I mean, I don't use them, but I was afraid I was missing,
Well, let me stop right here for a second. I built a PBN, and not one single site in my PBN has a privacy page or a contact us page or any of that.
Wow, that's good.
Okay. And I have somewhere around 1,500, 1,600 sites that are highly ranked. Okay. 477 page one, number one sites out of that. Do you think that Google's penalizing that?
I don't think so now.
Okay. Guys, I'm a guinea pig I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay. I'll take things to the max. So ooh, learn how to spell.
And you always make 5 pages the most, or you add more?
I tend to like 5 pages. I actually make a 6-page that's hidden. It's a sub page. And I'll cover that with you guys.
Right. All these titles that you're using there, you prepared them in advance once you.
No, I just made them off the top of my head.
No, right now, yes. I see that you're making it up right now, but
I could actually use AI for this. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. So we're going to go to images. We can upload images and it'll go into my drive and look for them. So if you have images you like, it's great. This is the slowest part of the software, is images. I don't make my pages that off this way, but I am going to get my images. So I'm going to ask it, find high definition images of roof repair and related images. And we're only going to go at 10 because it's very slow.
Okay, and if I want to have my, if I like to have my edit the meta tag and everything, I just would have to upload my own, right?
You can ask it to go do that. You're faster uploading than it's going to be for AI to create these, because AI is going to go out and create images, high definition images, based on what I just told it.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a separate software I use to do all the meta tagging, all the meta description and everything on the images. So and if it's faster, I would rather than do it on my own.
Well, it's what you get comfortable doing.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Got it.
So while it's downloading this, I'm gonna go find an image. Or URL rather. So I don't want that. I don't want that. There we go. Go to the home page first. Now we can do single URLs or multiple URLs. So when it's time, we'll use the home page as our target URL. Okay. We're also going to use that over here for our header and footer. So I can save a little time doing that.
Right.
At this point, we're just waiting for the software to catch up. It's almost halfway.
Now, when you say
slow.
you can use multiple URLs in the
Yes.
header and footer is where you use the other URLs.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
The header, you can use them header. I'm going to go over a whole bunch of things with you guys, how to do this. Okay.
Awesome.
Excuse me. We're halfway now. It's a little slow, isn't it? The image part is the only slow part of the software, guys. I tend to run, generally, as a rule, I like to download about 18 images, but for the demo here today, I left it at the default.
I mean, I've used the software already, like to build 3 sites, 3 one-pagers, using the one-click AI, and it's taking me uploading and everything about 2.5 minutes, and the content is really good. I have AI Factory.
Oh, good.
And man, yeah, I time it and everything. I mean, most of out of the 3, none of them went over 3 minutes of creating and uploading. And
it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick.
It is. It is.
And you can't really holler. The quality of the content is very, very good.
Gary, I have a related question on
Sure.
AI Factory while you're waiting for this to load.
Sure.
I've used it on Calendar Stacker this week, and that panel on the right-hand side where AI Factory or the AI feature comes up, that's separated on me, and I'm not sure how to get it back to the whole Calendar Stacker. I know this is related.
I'm going to show you. It's a drag and drop. It's a drag and pull the border.
Okay, I was trying to do that, and anyway, so yeah, if you could probably, if you have time, you could walk through that. That'd be great.
I've gone into it myself, where I've ran into it, where it sticks something up here, and it's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And you'll see a little X over here, or you can drag it left to right.
Wait, you said an X, you were pointing, and I couldn't follow your point.
Well, I did it earlier on the software we're using right now. When we first did it, the AI was stuck there, and I had to pull it to the right.
And it clicks in place, just pulling it and dragging it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was trying to do that, but it's just kind of layering back behind
Go left to right.
Left to right, okay.
Not right to left.
Okay, all right, I'll give that a shot. Thank you.
If you run into that problem, call me on a Skype call, and we'll screen share, and I'll walk you through it that way.
Sounds good. Thanks, Gary.
But I don't think you'll have a problem.
Will do.
I ran into it, didn't know what to do at first either. It really threw me a curve. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, we're on number 10 right now.
Oh, by the way, what I mentioned about my site's not going up to 3 minutes of uploading and everything was without the images. I uploaded my own images.
Okay. Generally speaking, it'll depend on the number of pages. Let's look and see what all we have. Yes, and that's definitely high definition stuff. AI looking stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, since we have our images now, we can come over here. I tend to work over here first. Let me pull this out of my way. So at this point, I want to choose a header image. That's not bad. We'll choose our footer image. Okay, we have our targets. We want to go to our site settings. Everybody know what site settings are?
Not sure.
We're going to show you. The color is on green, so we're going to put a banner message. This is your announcement banner. So, oops, yeah, that's what we want, homepage. We're going to open a new tab. So if somebody clicks it, we open a new tab so our site stays up. It doesn't walk away from the site. Why? You want them to stay on your site as long as possible, right? Everybody understand what this is?
Yep.
If you don't, we can show you right here, wherever we're at. Oh, I'm on the. This one doesn't have an announcement banner. So I'm going to drop this and make one real quick for you. Show banner, banner color. We're going to go green, message. Link is actually going to be click into the same link if I do this one this way, but it's okay. For demo purposes, it'll work. So now that I got that, see what we have? Everybody see that?
Yep.
Yep.
You think that bright green won't get some clicks for you?
That's great. And you activated the settings by using the gear at the top?
Yes.
Okay.
But the software, we're doing it in the software too.
Yeah, well, I saw
right
that.
Here.
Yeah, just going through the manual, just putting it up here because I have a site up and I want to go ahead and revise it, put this on here.
And that's what you follow as well.
For those doing local, here's your NAP, right? And most important, the one I really like is the news feed. Okay. And I always check these two right here because I want to show the title and the icon. I do not want to strip anything from it. So I need to put a keyword in. Roof repair. Okay. So we're going to add our news feed. Now, we always want our news feed at the bottom, right? So let's come over here to our content.
But that's gonna be. I'm sorry to interrupt. That's gonna be shown on every page or just on the page you're working on?
It's only on the page that you're working on.
Okay, so you can have a news feed for every page you have.
You could, yeah, you could, but I wouldn't do it.
All right.
I'm doing it now for the demo. Now, we're going to add some stuff into our pages. Remember what we're doing. There's RSS feed for roofer. Oops. And we'll add that. Master URL sheet. Everybody know what that is?
I do.
The authority.
Map, you're going to have to use the insert if you don't have one on your drive. Slides. I don't have one here. Forms. Should have been one. Body images. In this case, we could put a YouTube video, right? Let's bring this up a little higher so everybody can see it. Now, we're going to pull our RSS feed down, right? Now, guess what we're going to do for a name title for this? We're going to stay with the name of the page. We're going to match these. See it? And we're going to use AI to generate our content. So
you place a cursor there on that block section and then click generate AI.
I don't really need to have to do it. I do it. Now down here I would. Okay.
Got it.
So I have my content at top. Generate our AI. Bring down my embed code to the bottom. Put an image in between. And we changed our order around. See that? And I'll leave that there. It's okay.
Just quick question, Gary.
Yes.
The difference between content article, you got like 2 content articles and then main article. What was that? What was that again, please?
All right. The main article is here. And the introduction to the article is at top.
Content. Oh, that's the content
yes.
block. Okay.
Yes. So if I go here to this one, I got to add a little something to it because I moved off of it and created 2 of them, which is okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go to the next page, roof repair estimates. Target URL. We'll go ahead and generate the article. Don't worry when this stuff disappears, it's there. You just can't see it.
So again, you only add the documents from the Google Drive to the first to the main article, right, to the homepage.
Well, you could. There's so many things you can do. Remember, the software is so flexible that you can add all kinds of stuff as long as it's on your drive or videos or an embed. So this is an embed box right here. If we added it, we could type in a map embed or a YouTube embed or an RSS embed. It doesn't matter as long as you have the code. Okay.
Got it. But in terms of ranking speed or use, will it make any difference if we add these things to every single page, or adding it to the main page is
you don't want it. You don't want everything on every page.
okay.
Okay. But one of the things you can do is add different RSS feeds on different pages by changing the keyword.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah.
Yeah, it's different. It's not the same stuff. That's your key.
Right.
So generate. Come on. Took his time. Okay. Oops. Does take a lot longer setting this up than the one click.
Yeah, but you got more control over, separate things.
Yeah, you got more control.
Gary, what does a one click do for you? What kind of page would that create?
You're going to see one today.
Okay.
We'll do this one first and we'll do one click next. Because I want to use the same images we already used.
Now, in your experience, Gary, so what would be, in terms of results, the difference between, doing it this way you're showing right now, and then doing it, the one click generation, and using the same number of pages?
Well, by default, one click is set at 10, so you have to drop it down. If you drop it down to 5, it'll create 6 pages. It's off by 1.
Right.
So this page you're looking at right here was created by one click.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of results, again, in rankings or all that.
It's too early to tell.
Okay. Okay.
Oops. I can base it only on speculation. I'll show you the advantages. I think you're going to rank real well with one click. Ooh, I'm just having all kinds of trouble today. Okay. Now that we have that, okay, got 2 there. Generate. Now you can also add more content by just click again. It'll add another main article or an introductory article. So there's lots of more content you can put in these pages. Okay? So looks like we're all ready. We have our slug. It'll give us a URL pretty soon. So, what do you say we upload, guys? Let me turn my phone on first, because it's gonna definitely request. Come on. I cracked my phone here a while back, and I'm paying a price for it. Okay. Upload. It will upload your images first. Then it'll bring you a pop-up browser. Guys, are you finding these, for those that have been on a couple of these trainings, are you finding it useful and helpful?
I definitely am. I've watched.
I'm gonna try and do them every Friday going forward.
Oh, okay.
There might be once in a while I can't do one, but I'll let you know in advance that I can't do one. Okay?
Got it.
I appreciate it.
We'll be doing different softwares. We may have some guests. Check my phone.
I was lucky today because today I have my day off from work.
Yeah.
And when you told me, Gary, like that you had that, this training today, I was like, oh yes. So right so far,
we're
good.
Glad to have you here. Okay.
Thank you.
And now here comes the fun part, guys. Watching it run. I like that.
Now, in this case, the AI image was done with DALI or Stability AI.
It's taking what the software gave us and implementing our choices.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, taking us like 2 steps back, when you had the images created by the software, did it use DALI or Stability AI?
Yes. Yes.
Which of the two, or
it
uses both, or
it used the Valley.
Oh, okay.
I could use the other one. I'll have to go get me an API for the other one. I haven't done it yet. You're talking about Stability is the other one.
Yeah. I mean, I got APIs for both, but so far I've seen that DALI is a little more accurate sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if one's so much better than the other, but we're creatures of habits. What we get used to doing and how we do them, we tend to stay with because it becomes our comfort zone.
That's true.
Okay. I tend to be more of an explorer as I have time for it. A lot of what you see here is what I manually, it's patterned after what I do. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Okay. Same thing with the calendar software. It's patterned off my design, how I do it. Is it the only way possible? No, there's other ways to skin a cat, they say, right? But the results, as long as my results were good in my testing, that means your results should be equal to what I do. And that's everybody's goal, right?
100%. Now, just quick question about images again. Is there any like ideal size? Let's say I have my own, I upload my own images. Should they be no larger than XYZ?
The header image should be at least 900 pixels across.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. You could do 200 by 900 or 350 by 900, 400. Depends on the size you want of the header banner. And similar for the footer, except smaller. But the width, as a rule, typical WordPress is 900 across. That's how I base that information.
Got it. Yeah, it makes sense.
And they do it so the appearance in your browser is consistent. Because people use different browsers, and it's got to work on both mobile and
right.
desktop and tablet and and so on. Now you can change the images in anything that you've done up here. You can alter and change in your site.google in your edit mode once you've done it. Okay. And there we have our site. It should actually pop up on its own. It might not. If it doesn't, I can cut and paste it. There it is. Okay. There we are, guys. Let's take a look. We'll have two sets of feeds in here. I'm not sure what this is, but it's either a calendar or it's an RSS feed. And it didn't go through. Well, there's the RSS feed, so that's what it is right there.
Hey, Gary, I noticed if you scroll back up, I noticed during the build that it was calling that content block, and actually wrote the.
Yes,
and it
I
wrote.
don't know why it did that. I would actually, what I would actually do is edit that out in my edit. It should have brought up the actual name. So that's a glitch in the coding. So I would take, if you run into that, make a video of it for Chris. So he's aware of it. But here's what happens. And you may notice that GSF tends to have several updates every week as we're adding new stuff and new features to it. And some of the features that you'll see that are in one click are going to be added to this into the main part. So when we add code, sometimes it interferes with other code that's already in the software. Okay. So let's go to our other pages. See, now this here, it picks it up. See that? It's also a link there. Good pickup though, by the way, noticing that. Sometimes the image won't always go. You'll have to edit that. You may have to. We have a link on our footer, by the way, on all of these. How many of you have used a sitemap on your gsite after the fact? Anybody?
Nope.
That was one of my questions coming into the call is, I saw you on Tuesday, you showed a sitemap creator, but then the next question was, so where and how do you generate those? I'm sorry for being such a newbie. And then second, how do you bring it in?
Don't worry. No worries. Two ways to do it.
Drive? is it something that gets stored in the drive you can pull in, or is it like a separate?
Let me give you something, guys. In your once I get off of here. All right, I kind of know where we're at here. So all events completed. So I'm gonna go back to Google Sites, and I want to get in one click, and do not let me forget the sitemap because we'll cover that next. So the more information you stick here, the more it's gonna create in the way you're looking for it. Okay, does that make sense? Now, we want to use the loaded image already in the software. See that? So this is real easy. Target URL, we've already got it. Oops, I didn't. Ooh, I lost it, didn't I? Oh, okay. So let's go back to the home page. And now we have a URL. Now what we lack now is keywords, right? So how do we correct that, guys? How are we going to get our keywords? Anybody?
Yeah, I think.
How about keyword tools?
The inbuilt keyword tool.
We could go short tail, long tail, LSI. Let's go LSI. Let's be different. We're going to write. Yeah, I'm too lazy to go hunt up a whole bunch of keywords. I could have pulled them off my drive though. But that's not beneficial to y'all. Right?
Now, Gary, so you guys don't use any other type of keyword research? You come here, I mean, once you pick the main ones, you come here and just create your own keywords here to add to documents and to everything?
Let me cover that for you guys. What is the reason I use AI to go get my keywords versus doing, say, keyword research? The prompt that's built into the keyword software is to grab the top 100 searched keywords based on the root keyword. Okay, so if I find the top 100 most searched keywords, I'm going to have the best response that I can get, right?
Got it, got it.
Does that factor in competition though? Because the top search ones could also be the hardest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it factors it in because what is the number one related keyword here? Roof repair near me, mobile. It's automatic if it's local search. This is a local subject, right? FAQs popped up in there. That's kind of surprised me. But how many pages should we generate? I'm going to go 5, right? Now we could put in a sitemap in from an existing site if we had it. Everybody know this is in here?
What do you mean, but a sitemap for the target site?
No, it'll actually build the website based on a sitemap.
Oh, okay.
This is new. So if I were to go get a sitemap, let me see. That ain't what I want, but this is. So I don't know if this one has one or not. I know where there is one. Same one, I think. All right, if I add a subpage, add, hide from navigation. Everybody see that?
No, I mean, I'm seeing the
Insert a text
page.
box.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, got
Insert
it.
a text box. Oops. Let's see. All right, let's do a new one. Add another website.
Is that website free?
It's free for a certain amount.
Okay.
Yeah, you said you're going to share the details on generating these sitemaps. I don't see what the
I am.
Okay, thank you.
I am.
I just want to remind you because I know you said.
This is prositemaps.com
Uh,
with a dash between it.
this is the one that you used on Tuesday. I tried to create one based on a gsite that I already have, and it said something like it's blocked from scanning. You have to change something in the root directory or something.
I'm going to give you a piece of software for free, guys, that'll create your sitemap for these.
Perfect. Thank you.
But I want to show you the manual way that I've always done it, just so you know how to do it. Okay. We now have a sitemap, right? So now we can go, oops, let's remember where we're at. Since we have a text box here, we get there, and now we have a sitemap. See that? So let's go back to the software. We could try doing it this way. I've never used this sitemap. I've seen Chris do it though. We want to add YouTube links, scholarly links, and we want to embed schema, right? And we got one-click button. What do you think one-click button's going to do?
Create it.
It's going to create it. It's using the sitemap to generate page titles. Don't let me forget to give you guys the software too. That'll create sitemaps for you.
Right.
I dropped my charge card under the bed and I can't get it.
I'll get it as soon as I get finished.
I tried to room and it doesn't work.
All right, I'll be there. We're just gonna wrap up for your
Okay.
minute. No, you guys.
Come here, bud. Come with me. Oh, you don't want to come with me, I see.
What's that? Oh. You guys ever seen a chai weenie? Let me get off here for a second. Turn my video on. This is a spoiled brat right here. Say hi to everybody. Hmm?
Good.
Oh,
How many pets do you have? Only that one?
2 of them. They're both
Oh, okay.
chai weenies.
Nice.
That means they're part Chihuahua, part miniature Dachshund.
Oh, really?
They're spoiled rotten. Well, I'm hoping I didn't mess up when I used the sitemap. That's the first time I tried to do that. It may not be in the right format.
Probably.
Let's close that and do it again.
So Gary, have you ever at prositemaps.com, I'm going back to the error page that I got. It says blocking robots meta tag detected when trying to crawl your website. So I'm not sure. I just made a regular gsite and I didn't know I had any kind of blocking on there.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
I've never ran into that. And they know I've had a conversation with them. They had to expand what I do because I went over the limit, and because gsite, they recognize gsite as a domain and not as an individual site. So everything that has Google on it, they're seeing it only as that domain.
Mm.
So they had to expand my usage of it.
Yeah, because I see where it
But I
discovers.
you're not going to have that problem with the software.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let me do that now because this may not go through with that style of sitemap. So let's go into the chat. Go find us a file. I don't want to do it from there. I can do it from WeTransfer. All right, let's see. I tend, Steve, I tend to rank for target keywords as many as I can. But if I'm using it as a buffer, I'm pushing another site as well. Well, I don't mind the gsite ranking with the target, both on the page, because it's taking 2 slots instead of just 1. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I tend to be somebody that likes to dominate the search as much as possible. I'll show you what I mean. And I think the same way with videos as I would think about websites, because my thinking method works the same.
Gary, really quick, we're not going to need any type of license for this software you show, right?
Say that again.
Are we going to need any type of code or license to run the software you just shared?
No.
Software?
No, no, this is a free software, guys.
Thank you.
We didn't sell it. We just gave it to people that had Google sites.
Okay.
And probably we've missed quite a few people, but so let's go back to the software. We're not gonna, it's not gonna go, guys. So we're gonna reset it. I should have not done that when I did. But let's go. Oops. Okay. We're going to use we can't use our loaded images because we cleared them. So should have our keywords still. Nope, we don't. So copy. That's enough, boo. Everybody know why I did that way? Because we cleared the whole thing, so there were no images.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What's the matter, boo? What? Come here. Spoiled. You're spoiled. Mm-hmm. I do like the Q&A panel, and especially scholarly links and the schema that this puts in, guys. And once we can add this into the main body of the software, it adds a whole extra element to your sites. Oh, I gotta go get the keywords first. See, y'all were gonna let me forget that, weren't you? I pasted it in the wrong spot too. All right. Where'd you go? There you are. Download it. Now, one thing I can't do is I can't use the loaded pages name because we erased them. So let's see what the software does for page names. Because we're not telling it to do that. Right?
Right.
We haven't told the software what to do for page names. Now, we can come over and do it.
I mean, the few sites that I've created, the gsite that I've created with the big creator builder, I never use my own names. I just let the software do it, and it was pretty good.
Okay. Well, we'll just do that. All right, I'll let you out. Come on. Go ahead. Oh. So is there only one person that's run the one click before? I actually like it, but I'm so used to doing it my way that I don't do it very. I don't use it very often.
One of the things I would do different probably is start, creating the titles for my pages, my own titles, and add them.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Now to build the PBNs, so you create this, and then how do you link them between among each other? Or...
Let me show you how you link a PBN. Yeah. This is called a master URL sheet. It has to be embedded on every site. Particularly, I would highly advise using the sitemap method and hide it on your sitemap.
Okay.
And as long as it's embedded, Google's going to read it and it's connected.
Oh, okay. It's not that you're having like specific links on the homepage or something to the other.
No. It's all done by a master URL sheet.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I came up with the concept about 7 years ago, but I really only put it in full action here last year.
And these URLs in the sheet, are these ones that you scraped, or is it generated through the software some kind of way of your PBN?
I made these myself.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I go into my drive is massive.
Right. And these are links to your other sites. These aren't just authority sites, because I know I've seen an authority list of links too, but these are all for your own properties.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then it's it's all the links within the website, not just the homepage, not just the
homepage.
Oh, just homepage. Okay.
Just homepage.
Wow, those are all home pages.
Yes.
I was going to ask the same
massive
thing.
Network. I thought like you did that these were internal pages also. Those are
they're just home pages.
Wow.
It took 8 months to build.
But then.
Okay, looks like we're done there. So check our extra elements are all checked. Click. Oh, I didn't have a website name. Where's my website name?
No, at the very top.
Oh God, I can't believe I did that.
The thing that you said that we had to do first.
Yeah, I can't believe I did that. I forgot I cleared everything.
Yeah. Now, really quick, going back to the master sheet. So you embed the master sheet on the website. So every time you add a new website, it's automatically added to.
I have to manually add it on my drive.
Yeah. You manually add it.
I manually go in and add it. Now, here's what happens. When you add something to a doc or a sheet on your drive, any place it's embedded automatically updates.
Right, that's what I was. Okay, great.
Everything I do is controlled from my drive. My sliders, my docs, my sheets, everything is controlled. My calendars, everything's controlled from my drive.
And then let's say that you have, you build your PBN, right? Let's say, keeping the same example here.
Okay. Hold 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
I messed up with one thing. I didn't check one box. Should have double checked myself, and it didn't do it. So it's not going to put any images up there, probably.
Now, Gary, so really quick, well, I hope, so let's say you create your VPN, and let's say use the same example, it's about roof repair. So you create a general, and then you can start pointing to client side or things like that, or because I guess from one VPN you will point to different client sites to give them power. Is that correct?
Yeah. What I do is the inner pages point to, generally speaking, I point at least one link back on inner pages to the home pages. The home pages link to a target of some kind. Generally, the header, the footer, banner all link to my target.
Okay. But then so for let's say you have your VPN, then you create let's say you create another website for a client, you include it in the VPN, and that's the one that is pointed to the client, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Guys, I think I stuck the software where it's at because I didn't put anything on the images because it's caught in the loop. It finished generating the titles and didn't move on. So we're going to stop it. We're going to end the task. Hopefully it'll end.
Gary?
Yes.
Hi, Steve. I was just wondering, when Anand showed his method the other week, he likes to insert a whole website into the gsite. So he's got his client's website. He just inserts it as a HTML.
I can show you how to do that.
Is that anything you ever do, just to make it pretty, basically?
I do this with, say, a calendar. It's let's say I'm going to do this. You could do this with a calendar. You could do it with, there's several things you could do. Supposedly, if I can get it started. Now, it's fighting me a little bit. Maybe we got to do it from.
You've got a lot of tabs open, haven't you?
Or refresh the page.
Yeah. Well, one thing I didn't do is republish because I made a change. Remember I made a change?
Yeah, with the top bar.
Okay. Now that I have all that, in theory, I want to take and now it's trying not to copy. Normally I see it only copied the top. Let's try a different one. There we go. Okay, now that I've copied that, we'll insert a text box. Oops, not text box, embed. Okay. There we go. See what we just did? Well, I'm going to cancel it. I don't want to do it. I just wanted to show you how to do it. Okay, same thing works in the calendar event. You're cutting the HTML and copying it and then pasting it. Okay?
Yeah, but going back to the question that I forgot his name, sorry. He was asking, in the last training Anand did, that's the other one I also watched about the one-pagers and all that. Anand mentioned to embed the targeted website within the gsite. Is that something that you usually do or not?
It's a good practice to do it as far as SEO purposes.
Okay.
Okay? SEO purposes. I'm really the one that taught him how to do that. We started in calendars. I've embedded calendars inside calendars and embed that onto a website. See, so
Oh, wow.
you can really
calendar within a calendar.
Yeah. Same way I just did this. If I go to a calendar, to do it, you're going to have to grab the public share link.
Okay.
So let's go sharings and settings. And then same way, you just copy everything the same way, see? Cut and paste and put it into an event. That's all. Works exactly the same way. We'll have to do we could do a webinar just on that alone if you guys want it.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good.
I mean, there's crazy stuff you could do. I tend to like stacking sliders together. I'll link 4 or 5 or 6 sliders together on the same keyword.
Wow.
And you stuff the metadata. All right, guys, we're running a little long. My wife has dropped something under the bed, so we're gonna have to end right here. But we could do another one on this entire thing next week if I don't have another software we're gonna do. Okay?
Yeah, I really appreciate it. It's been amazing.
The recording will be in the chat.
Yeah. And you said to remind you of the sitemap tool before you got out of here.
All right, it's already there.
Yeah.
It's already in your chat, guys.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. So I'm gonna stop the recording